What if I told you that Germany, better known for beer and bratwurst, actually produces some of the world's most elegant and age-worthy wines? And that the story of German wine begins not with vineyards, but with legions? In this video, we're diving into the surprising, dramatic, and absolutely delicious history of German wine. From Roman soldiers planting vines along the Mosel River, to monks in medieval monasteries crafting the first Rieslings, to the rebirth of dry wines that now compete with the finest from France and beyond, this is the ultimate guide to German winemaking. From Roman vines to monastic mastery. Germany's wine story began in the 1st century AD, when Roman soldiers marched into Germania and brought grapevines with them. Along the Mosel River, they carved steep terraces into slate-rich hills to plant vineyards, some of which are still used today. Wine was more than a luxury. It was safer than water and served as daily nourishment for the troops. Centuries later, during the Middle Ages, monasteries took over where the Romans left off. Benedictine and Cistercian monks became the custodians of winemaking. In their abbey vineyards, they recorded everything: soil types, weather, grape performance, long before the concept of terroir existed. These monks not only perfected viticulture, but also safeguarded noble varieties like Riesling, laying the foundation for what would become Germany's signature grape, the rise and fall and rise again. By the 19th century, German wines, especially Rieslings from the Mosel and Rheingau, were world famous. These elegant, balanced wines commanded prices as high as Bordeaux and Champagne, gracing royal banquets and aristocratic tables. But the 20th century brought hardship. 2 world wars, economic collapse, and a shift toward mass production led to overly sweet, low-quality wines. Germany's prestigious image faded, replaced by supermarket stereotypes. Then came the 1990s. A new wave of winemakers refocused on quality, lower yields, dry styles, precise vineyard work, and a deeper respect for terroir. Stainless steel tanks preserved purity. Vineyard names returned to labels. Today, German wine has reclaimed its global reputation, celebrated not just for sweet wines, but for crisp, mineral-driven, world-class dry Rieslings. The rules of the Riesling game. German wine classification. To truly appreciate German wine, you have to understand its unique, and at first glance, slightly complex, classification system. Unlike many countries where wine quality is tied primarily to geography, Germany's wine laws place a strong emphasis on grape ripeness at harvest. This reflects the country's cool climate, where achieving ripeness is a badge of honor. At the foundation are the more basic categories: Tafelwein or table wine, and Landwein, which refers to regional wine. These are rarely seen outside of Germany and typically reflect simple, everyday drinking styles. The next level up is Qualitätswein, which must come from one of Germany's 13 officially recognized wine regions, or Anbaugebiete. These wines meet strict standards for origin and quality, and they begin to express the character of their regional terroir. At the top of the official system is Prädikatswein, considered Germany's highest wine classification. This tier is where the true artistry of German winemaking shines, offering a range of styles defined by the natural ripeness of the grapes at harvest. Wines labeled Cabernet are typically light-bodied with crisp acidity, often showing delicate fruit and lower alcohol. Spätlese, meaning late harvest, is made from riper grapes, producing a wine with more weight and richness, though still balanced. One step further is Auslese, crafted from hand-selected very ripe bunches of grapes, often resulting in wines with deep flavor concentration and aging potential. As ripeness increases, the wines move into the realm of dessert wines. Beerenauslese, BA, is made from individually selected overripe grapes, frequently affected by noble rot, which concentrates sugars and adds unique complexity. Trockenbeerenauslese, TBE, represents the rarest and sweetest of them all, crafted from shriveled, raisin-like grapes. These wines are luxurious, intense, and incredibly age-worthy. Then there is Eiswein, a German specialty made from grapes that freeze naturally on the vine. This freezing process locks in both acidity and sugar, creating a wine that is pure, vibrant, and liquid gold in a glass. Understanding sweetness levels is another essential piece of the puzzle. German wine labels often indicate residual sugar, using terms like trocken, dry, halbtrocken, off-dry, feinherb, a softer term for off-dry, lieblich, medium-sweet, and süß-sweet. This label transparency gives drinkers a helpful guide to what's in the bottle, whether it's a crisp, citrusy Riesling or a silky sweet Auslese. Adding another layer to this system is the VDP classification, an unofficial but prestigious model introduced by the Verband Deutscher Prädikatsweingüter, a private association of Germany's top wine estates. Inspired by Burgundy, the VDP system classifies wines based on the quality and specificity of the vineyard. At the base level is Gutswein, or state wine, followed by Ortswein, which indicates a wine from a specific village. The next tier is Erste Lage, akin to a premier cru, denoting wines from top-rated vineyard sites. At the very top is Grosslage, which represents Grand Cru-level single vineyards known for producing truly exceptional wines. When a dry wine comes from a Grosslage vineyard, it may be labeled GG, short for Grosses Gewächs, a term that has become synonymous with Germany's most prestigious dry wines. Together, these overlapping systems of ripeness and vineyard classification make German wine uniquely detailed and uniquely rewarding. Once you crack the code, every label becomes a map to what's inside the bottle. The style, the sweetness, the region, and even the personality of the vineyard itself. Germany's 13 wine regions. A tapestry of terroir, Germany has 13 official wine regions, or Anbaugebiete. Each brings something unique to the table. Mosel is legendary for its steep slopes and slate soils, producing ethereal, low-alcohol Rieslings that are floral and delicate. Sub-regions like Saar and Ruhr offer additional nuance. Rheingau, home to grand estates like Schloss Johannesburg, produces structured and noble dry Rieslings, along with some top-tier Spätburgunder, Pinot Noir. Rheinhessen is the largest and arguably most dynamic. Once known for bulk wine, it's now a hub of innovation, home to acclaimed dry wines and iconic producers like Klaus-Peter Keller. Pfalz, warm and sunny, delivers bold Rieslings and excellent Pinot varieties. Its vineyards are often compared to those in nearby Alsace. Nye is a hidden gem with volcanic and slate soils that create elegant, mineral-driven whites. Franken is known for dry Silvaner and its trademark Boxbeutel bottle. Aar is tiny but mighty, Germany's northernmost red wine region famed for slate-grown Spätburgunder. Württemberg leans red, producing Trollinger and Lemberger in fruity, easy styles. Baden, the third largest region, thrives in warmth and grows the full Pinot family, including Grauburgunder and Weissburgunder. Saale und Struth and Sachsen are in eastern Germany and specialize in floral, delicate whites. Hessische Bergstrasse is small but high quality, nestled near the Rheingau. Mittelrhein features steep vineyards and expressive Rieslings that rival the Mosel. Grape expectations. The main varieties white grapes make up around 65% of German vineyards. Riesling, the undisputed queen, is versatile and expressive, ranging from bone-dry to lusciously sweet. It's known for vibrant acidity and unmatched aging potential. Müller-Thurgau is easy drinking and floral but less complex, often used in entry-level wines. Silvaner, especially in Franken, delivers dry, earthy whites that are perfect with food. Pinot family members like Weissburgunder, Pinot Blanc, and Grauburgunder, Pinot Gris, are on the rise. Schörrebe, a cross between Riesling and Buketrebi, brings intense aromatics and can be vinified dry or sweet. On the red side, Spätburgunder, Pinot Noir, leads the charge. In regions like Aar and Baden, it yields elegant, earthy reds that are gaining global acclaim. Dornfelder is fruity and deeply colored, while varieties like Portugieser, Trollinger, and Lemberger, aka Blaufränkisch, round out the roster. Liquid legends. Famous German wines. Germany isn't just home to great wines, it's home to icons. These are the bottles whispered about by sommeliers, chased by collectors, and revered by Riesling lovers worldwide. At the top of the dry wine pyramid stands Keller's G-Max, a mythical dry Riesling from Rheinhessen, known for its razor-sharp minerality, electric tension, and limited availability. If dry Riesling had a throne, G-Max would be wearing the crown. Equally legendary is Dönhoff's Hermannshöhle GG, a Nye masterpiece combining crystalline elegance with power and grace. Grown on steep, sun-drenched slopes, it tells a story of terroir with every sip. Meanwhile, Wittmann's Morstein GG offers a more textured, earthy profile, proving that dry German Rieslings are as complex and age-worthy as any white wine in the world. In the sweet wine category, Egon Müller's Schwarzhofburger TBA stands above the rest. These wines, made from grapes shriveled by noble rot, are intensely concentrated, beautifully balanced, and often auctioned for sky-high prices. Their rarity and power make them some of the most coveted dessert wines in existence. Another master of sweetness is Johann Joseph Prum, whose Mosel Rieslings, especially the Auslese and Spätlese styles, showcase ethereal precision and an astonishing ability to age gracefully. Germany's red wines are also stepping into the spotlight. Winemakers like Friedrich Becker, Meyer Neckel, and Bernhard Huber are producing world-class Spätburgunder, Pinot Noir, that rival Burgundy in elegance and structure. With earthy undertones, refined tannins, and a growing international reputation, these reds are rewriting what people expect from German wine. Surprising sips. Fun facts. For a country better known for beer, Germany offers some astonishing wine facts. First and foremost, it's the world's largest producer of Riesling, crafting everything from bone-dry bottles to nectar-like dessert wines. That's a lot of stylistic range from just one grape, and it's what gives German wine its incredible versatility. One of Germany's most unique contributions to wine is Eiswein, or ice wine. Made from grapes that freeze naturally on the vine, it's harvested at dawn during icy winter mornings. Pressing frozen grapes yields only a small amount of intensely sweet, acidic juice. This delicate process results in a rare, luxurious wine that's increasingly endangered by climate change. Then there's the dramatic beauty of the Mosel Valley, where some vineyard slopes reach gradients of up to 70%. These are among the steepest vineyards in the world, and harvesting them is a heroic task done entirely by hand. This challenging terrain contributes to the finesse and lightness that define Mosel Rieslings. And let's not forget the quirky and charming Boxbeutel, the flat round bottle used in the Franken region. Its unusual shape is so iconic that it's protected by law. It's not just packaging, it's part of the wine's identity. Lastly, German wine labels come with a twist. While Trocken means dry, Trockenbeeren aus Lies is actually one of the sweetest wines Germany produces. A single word can take you from crisp and clean to syrupy and decadent. So yes, reading a German wine label is a bit like solving a delicious puzzle. So the next time you're reaching for a bottle, don't just think France or Italy. Think Mosel, think Riesling, think Germany. Because in every sip of German wine, you're tasting over 2,000 years of history, craftsmanship, and quiet excellence that's finally having its moment on the world stage. Subscribe for more deep dives into the world's great wine regions, and let us know in the comments. What's your favorite German wine experience?